folks, I'm with Covenant House's social service managers that work in our shelter, and I want to ask them some questions about their day-to-day role, what it's like to support our young people who are living in the shelter, and what some of their challenges and opportunities are. So I have Rylan,
Hello.
Kyla, and Dave. These are Covenant House's superstar supporters of young people. So Kyla, let me start with you, and then David and Rylan, I'd love for you to add to the conversation. So Kyla, what is your average day like when you come to work at the Covenant House shelter in Germantown?
I have an easy answer for that. Coming in, checking in at the front desk to see what happened the night before, since most of us work during the day shift 8 to 4, to kind of give me an understanding of what I'm walking into. Checking for incident reports, mails, coming up to the floor, checking in with overnight staff and the youth advisor working the day. And I personally go around to the rooms to say good morning to all of the young ladies before the day starts, or all of the residents, I'll say, on the 4th floor as the day starts, and reminding them of what they have to do today. If I have meetings with people, reminding them of that. And then we transition through the day, going through meals, making sure youth attend appointments, and that's just kind of the basic structure of the day. In between, there's a lot more that goes on.
A lot more can happen that you don't expect, right?
A lot more.
Right.
And that's when you first asked that, my first thought was like, no 2 days at Covenant House are the same.
Are the same, right.
So you know, it keeps you on your toes. So there's a lot that can happen outside of that.
Rylan, how do you support youth who are struggling in moments like Dave described? How do you support your coworkers? You know, how do you keep a level head when things escalate like they sometimes do?
I like to think of myself as like a check-in guy. Like I always am checking in with the residents, asking them, hey, what do you need? How can I support you? And just being someone there to listen. Or if they don't need anything, like listening that they need space and just giving them that space. So I think that's my style, is just checking in constantly, seeing what I can do for them, or if there's other staff that can help them out as well.
Sure. And so if all of you could just reflect on this question a little bit. Rylan just talked about, you know, he likes to ask what our youth need. What do you hear them say when you ask that question? What do they articulate that they need at this point when they're here at Covenant House? So Kyla, do you want to go first?
The wheels are still turning.
Does someone else want to go?
Sure. I think a lot of times they just need someone to listen and actually hear them. I think a lot of times when someone is in a tough situation, people project like what they themselves need in that situation, but a lot of times they just need you to listen and hear what they are saying and do what they're saying. So whether that is space, or whether that is going for a walk with them, or I don't know, many other things. Depends on the youth, like they're all different. So really just listening and really hearing them.
In terms of strengths, what do you think Covenant House young people identify as their strengths?
The one I hear from the young people most often is that they're very caring, or that they care too much. And a lot of them will say, even though I'm in this predicament, if I see someone else, like right now I may be able to be in shelter, but if I'm out and I have it and I see someone else in need, I will give it to them. And they look at a lot of their experiences as like, I probably could have avoided this had I not cared so much about other people instead of taking the time to kind of care about myself.
I would agree. Also, something I see in the youth is just resilience, constant resilience. So many of our youth have gone through things that no one can imagine, but they keep pushing forward. They keep a positive mindset and keep wanting to improve and get what they need to get out of Covenant House and be successful after. So just their resilience is always something that amazes me and drives my work.
Mm-hmm.
And they would, and just piggybacking off of what has already been stated, you know, it's amazing. You know, they would say, you know, that, you know, yes, they are caring, they are good listeners, and you will have those natural strengths too. So we have many residents who are artistic.
Mm-hmm.
Many residents who enjoy music, and that is a source of solace and peace for them, to focus, to have peace, and to meditate. Some say that they will reflect and say that they are highly spiritual, although not religious, which is a key strength as well. But you know, they have a lot to say, as was already said, and that they just want someone to listen to them and to value them. So.
Well, thank you all so much. Our social service managers in our Philadelphia shelter, Dave, Kyla, and Rylan, thank you for listening. Thank you for valuing the strengths that our youth bring and for your commitment to Covenant House.